So imagine all of the unity and community that we are missing out on because there's so many people who are kindred spirited, but because a lot of people don't really include the spirit or even the concept of spirit into their ideology, even though they don't have to, but I do recommend it. Like, a lot of people isolate themselves, from experiencing amazing friendships and amazing partnerships and just amazing connections all together because of their opinion or because of their perspective or because who they voted for. Like, I don't agree with, using your political stance as the placeholder for why you don't want to be friends with your friend. Like, you never liked your friend if if you're willing to allow who you voted for or a political stance to dictate that. That means that friendship was always dictated by some level of agreement that did not transcend the nature of your spirit and their spirit. And that is the tea. That's the tea right there. But I think it's not a form of emotional intelligence to shun. And I'm gonna just talk a little bit about this election because I was at the house of one of my family members, and I don't like answering this question because I don't like being compartmentalized or boxed in, or misrepresented by, what I think or believe, because that shit might change. Like, beliefs and opinions are fickle. And she asked me who I voted for, and I told her that I did not vote. Now, I think that we should be honest to others about who we voted for or if we even voted at all, because it shares the nature of whether that person truly likes you or whether, you're trying to earn their approval or, show them that you are worthy and that your ideology is enough for them to respect you or like you or acknowledge you as a human being. And I told her, no, I didn't vote, but she gave me that look like, now. And then she's like, I could throw this at you or something like that. But, a lot of people are feeling like that or acting like that. Like, of course she was joking, but if this was a life or death situation, like, she probably would have really did some shit like that to me and acted violent or out of character because, a lot of people are attaching their value to who they voted for. And I don't think that that's humanizing. I don't even think that that's fair, because now you're completely canceling out an entire thinking, feeling, breathing human for voting on something where they don't have all the answers. And let me just be honest about anybody who has voted for Kamala, and thinks that because somebody voted for Trump that they're, infringing upon the rights of women and this and that. Let me just say something. You don't have all of the answers when it comes to politics. You don't know these people, and you don't know what their true motives are. All you know is what you see. And you can't always trust what you see because your eyes can deceive you. And I'm not trying to sound like fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi, but Obi-Wan Kenobi said a universal truth. Your eyes... Wait, no. Was that Obi-Wan Kenobi? Or Morpheus from the Matrix? Well, they said the same shit. They said, believe none of what you see and half of what you hear. Because, when it comes to what you see on television and in the media, can you really say that you know all the answers to make a, decision? to make a proper decision. You don't. You can't. And I feel that people are putting way too much faith on, like, and like, they're putting way too much faith into something that they don't have all the answers on. And it's just like believing in the Bible. Like, you believe in the Bible, you think God has all the answers, and you don't. But you can't make a decision based off of faith. You have to make a decision based off of truth, because anything that is in tandem with faith is imagination, and your imagination can change. Your faith can change. The subject of what you put your faith in can always change. So that's not reliable, I feel. Anyways, I'm not trying to get down that rabbit hole, but I'm just trying to say, like, a person can always change. So can a system, but since we're talking about this now, the system is fixed. People are not. So to, feel like a person doesn't matter anymore because you don't agree with them, I feel it's very childish. It's very childish. It's not giving that you're well informed, because if you were well informed, then I don't know. I feel like if I was well informed, I would see that whether we vote for the left or the right side, the system has never been a healthy form of structure for the human race. When have you seen this government have all the answers for every single individual one of us? Like, I don't see that being realistic, where everybody is happy on either side, So back to the scenario that I experienced. The lady who was in my family, who was asking me who I voted for, like, my spirit was still reigning supreme over that entire conversation, because if I was a stranger, she probably would have just thrown me away and acted like another human that didn't matter. But because there's love and there's respect, that still completely transcends the fact that I clearly know that she does not agree with the fact that I did not vote. But that also shows that there are things in the world that reign supreme over, what we think and how we perceive and what we believe, such as love and kindness and mutual respect. If we don't have any of those, it will never matter who you vote for. Like, you're always going to, use the other side as an excuse to, act foolish and to feel better and good about throwing others away who don't have the same lens on life as you. But I think that it's a muscle to disagree with somebody and still respect them and not want to beat their ass or something. And I wholeheartedly believe in arguments. I believe that chaos plays a role. I believe that altercations play a role. You can scream amidst the argument, but keep it respectful. Some motherfuckers do need to scream. I don't believe that. Like, I do believe that we can have civil discussions where the tone is controlled and all that. But I don't know. I feel like performative discussions are different from like organic discussions and disagreements, because in a performative disagreement, like you can't raise your like you can't be human, you can't be emotional and this and that. Like all of those things are compartmentalized, like I was saying earlier. But in an organic argument, some voices will be raised, some tears may fall down the eyes amidst a raised voice, some cuss words might be thrown out there, but the opposition still has respect, love, and the ability to see eye to eye in the face of stark contrasting perspectives. Now that is something that two opposites can perfectly coexist. That is something.